Hello everyone, let's take a look at Lesson 1 Extensive Exercises, Question 1. The first question says that the numbers from 1 to 7 inclusive are to be placed 1 per square in the diagram on the right, such that the totals of the three numbers in the horizontal row in each of the two columns are the same. So, if the question says that numbers 1 and 2 must be placed in the positions as shown, how many different ways can this be done? First of all, we can see that that's 1 total, 2 totals, 3 totals, right? So with that in mind, we know that I have 3 totals altogether in this puzzle, and I'm using the numbers 1 to 7 together with A and B, these two numbers. So if I'm doing 1 to 7, that's going to be adding up to 28. Adding A, adding B. So we can see that the minimum value of A adding B has to be greater than or equal to 3 and 4, that adds up to 7. And the greatest possibility of the two numbers is 8 adding 9, which is, 6 adding 7, which is 13. So within the range of 7 and 13, if I need 28 adding A adding B to be a multiple of 3, A adding B can be 8, or A adding B can be 11, right? So let's say if A and B adds up to 8, now we know that it can't be 1, 7, it can't be 2, 6, because 1 and 2 are already used, so it can only be 3, 5, right? And if it is 3, 5, I can put it like that, a 5 there and a 3 there. And then 2 and 3, when AB is going to be 8, it means that 3t is equal to 36, and that's meaning that t is 12. All right, so if I have 2 and 3 there, it means that this is going to be a 7. And for 1 and 5 there, it means that this is a 6 and this is a 4. Right, so that's the only way to fit it in. And if I am swapping the 3 and the 5, of course, I don't have an 8 to be put there, right? So it means that this is working and there is one way to do it. And if A adding B equals 11, now we can see that has to be 7 adding 4 or 6 adding 5. All right, so first of all, we can also see that 3t is equal to 39, which means that t is equal to 13. Now, if I have 6 adding 5, well, that can be a 6, but this has to be a 6 as well, so that doesn't work. And then that can be a 5, where this adds up to 6, and that can be a 7. But then, on the other side, 2 and 6 are also... on the other side, 2 and 6 means that it needs a 2 in the middle. Right. So when A adding B is equal to 11, it means that 2 has to be the one in the middle if the sum or the total is 13, which is repeating with that 2. So it means that it doesn't work, which means that in this arrangement, there is just one way of doing it. All right, so the correct answer for this question is going to be one way. However, you can see that the answer given in the book says 4 ways because the 2 in the answer is put there. All right, so that's the reason why there's a little bit of a mistake there. Okay, so if that's the case, well, it makes life much easier because I have 2 in one of the intersection points. So it means that 3t is going to be equal to 1 adding all the way to 7, adding 2, adding A, which is going to be 30 adding A. And it means that A is either equal to 3 or A is equal to 6. When A is 3, it means that 3t is 33, which means that t is 11. Now, when A is 3, it means that this one has to be a 7, and this one is 5 adding 6. So it means that the two remaining numbers are 4 and 5, which means that it can go 4, 5 or 5, 4, which we have two ways of filling it in, right? And then so that's the question in the answer. All right, and if A is equal to 6, we can see that now this is going to be 6, which means that T is equal to 12 in that case. So 1 adding 6 is 7, this is going to be a 5. 6 adding 2 is 8, this is going to be a 4, and then the remaining two boxes are either 7, 3 or 3, 7, which means that again there are two ways. So 2 ways adding 2 ways is going to be 4 ways. That's how you get it in the answer. All right, so that's in the book, in the questions. The correct answer is 1 way. In the answer, the correct answer is 4 ways because the 2 is put there instead of there. Okay, so that's why the answer was wrong. But, well, that's the first question.